YouTube? It's your boy 1700KUTZ, and I'm back with another one. So right now we're gonna have a mid slash kinda high drop fade. So right now, as you can see, before I start talking and made the intro, I wiped it down with some holding spray, alcohol and holding spray. So right now I'm drying the surface to make sure everything is nice, smooth down, and clean for the lineup. I like to start my cuts off with the lineup first. I prefer doing it because it shows me where I need to put the fade and where, show me where I can put the fade and make sure on both sides of the head the fade is symmetrical. So I start off with the C cups. As you can see, using my corners, hitting it, doing a rough draft. It's not going to be perfect, but it's a rough draft, so you can see how everything can fit into each other. So right now, hit them C cups. Give it a slight brush down to get all the hair off the surface. Then you go to the other side, hit the C cups. Right now, matching it up, making sure it's all equal on both sides. So I'm gonna say this is not a tutorial, just me cutting and me getting better. Each day I post something. So if y'all see something that I need to critique or anything like that, or something that you may do different, let me know in the comments. But you know, this is the daily cuts I'm gonna post. So making sure the C cups is nice and smooth. The way I do my lineups is I start with C cups, then I go sidebars, then I go to the middle of his forehead for the front lineup. So C cups, sidebars, front lineup. As you see, I got a little tattoo in the way, but it's okay. It won't be there throughout the whole video. So just tap, tap, tap. Go to the other side, tap, tap, tap. As you can see, I got they are Stylecraft, but I forgot the name, but they're hitters. I actually did I modified the blade, I sharpened it a little bit, and then, did my little thing with them. They hitting, as you can see. As you can see, his lineup is not perfectly straight, so you gotta make it symmetrical as you can. So you start on one side, start in the middle, go to the right, or go to the left, and then you go to the right, or you can go to the left, then go to the right. But this don't go straight across. That's why I set my sidebars on there first. So I set my sidebars, my C cup, and made the process a lot easier to go to match everything together. So as you see, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not standing in one spot for too long. I'm tapping and going. So now, with the same liners I put the lineup in, I'm finna do my guideline. I like to curve my guideline because I try to leave as much hair as I can on the C cups, so I can keep it as dark as I can, and I won't have to use enhancements to hide or to make it as dark. I can just fade it in like that. So I use this step right here just for I won't have to use too much of enhancements and give him a nice natural cut before the enhancements. Now, I'm not saying enhancements are wrong. I like enhancements, but they messed up the game by doing it wrong. By hiding your mess ups with enhancements is not it. Do not do that. So right now, I'm clearing up everything under the guideline, and then I go with my clippers all the way open. So that means the lever all the way open. And then I'm making sure everything is nice and smooth. All the hair that I'm cutting right now should be all the same length. So you don't have to push into the head. That's one thing you don't have to do. Let the clippers do a job. These clippers cost so much money now that they should be able to do their job. So lightly, just hit it and be consistent with the strokes, and making sure all the hair is level and at the same length that you want it. Then you close it. Well, how I do it, I close it. I close it to get that the bottom line out. So when you get that bottom line out, you like what I had to learn was I'm thinking just because I put the tip of my clipper on that line, it's cutting it. You actually have to let the hair go through, let the hair feed through feed through the clipper. So just go to the line and flick up. So you flick it a little bit past the line. And then right now, I got it halfway, and I'm just cleaning it up. As you can see, it's cleaning itself up right there. Everything is with cutting hair is consistency and putting in the work. So right now, I think these are the Cyborgs, the Gamma Cyborgs. I like these. They heavy hitters. I like them. They all steel. So they're not as heavy. They kind of feel like the Masters, but they don't make the crunch noise. Sometimes they do. So right now, I'm going with my one guard all the way closed and going up half an inch. And as you can see, I'm keeping the same shape as I did with the ball line. So that's why you got to make your guideline, your first guideline, as not as perfect, but just make your first guideline. I'm doing this in one take. So you make your first guideline as neat as possible for your fade can be as neat. So right now, I open it all the way up, and I'm playing with it. I'm playing with it. I'm cutting it probably like half an inch. Only reason I didn't cut the top part by his dreads because he told me his hairstylist said don't cut too much up into there. So I had to leave just a little bit of value up there. But what I'm gonna do is cut down with the grain, open it up and cut down with it just to smooth it out for this one look too separated. But as you can see, the fade coming together, everything consistency is key. So that's what we're doing right now. Still got my one on there. I'm softening that line up so when I use my 1.5, I won't have to do too much work with it. And this is what we're gonna start doing my videos. So somewhere on this video, I'm gonna put the verse of the day in here so y'all can read it, and then just get right with God. I don't want to push it on everybody, but I feel like I mess with y'all my family, and I want y'all to go where I go. So I feel like if y'all know the word, we all know the word, and we doing good. So my job is to give everyone a word so long as they know. I'm not gonna force it on y'all, but every video we are gonna have a verse of the day. So I'm gonna put that up here once I'm done doing this voiceover. But boom, we got the 1.5 guard. No, we got the half guard on there, and we just flicking at that bottom line. It's blending in pretty smoothly because I did it with the one close and I softened that line up. So I just see it's still like a faint line right there. So I got my one because I didn't want to push the fade up too high. The point of this fade and the way I did my guideline was to have it drop. So I don't want to make it just super bald. I want to show some type of transition in the fade. So I'm just softening that line up. I'm not rushing through it. Just softening it up, hitting it, using my corners, and then I put my half guard back on there. Oh, I didn't even put my half guard on. I just used the corners of my clippers. So now this is detail work. You seeing pieces of hair and dark spots that you see, and using your corners to flick at it. And then right now I'm doing a rake. I'm going with the grain just to smooth it down. And then I may do a raking method too. I like the raking method because it knocked down hair that's sticking up without botching the fade or just cutting unnecessary hair. So right now, this is the left side of his head. And I'm just doing a little detail, not all the way detailed, but I'm doing detail to see how everything goes. And as you can see right now, it's looking crispy. It's looking crispy. This is the raking technique I was talking about. I'm raking it down with the grain. Make sure it's getting out them the flyaways I call. Because flyaways can be on the top of your head and it can be in the fade. So they just knock it down without taking too much hair off. And this side, it's the same thing. So I sped it up a little bit because I told you what to do. The first side of his head, the left side of his head. So this part of his head, I like to just talk and just let y'all know what's going on in my head. So lately, I haven't been dropping videos like I was at first, and I'm sorry for that, guys. I wasn't consistent. I was talking about consistency is key, but I wasn't as consistent as I should be. So right now, I'm doing this video, doing the voiceover for this video, and I have another video with a similar haircut, but a different hair texture. So my goal is to every day that I'm in the shop, at least record one cut and post it. So that's one thing. And then another thing, as you can see, my background is different. If you looked at my videos before this, my background is different because I have my own spot now. I have my own area that I can make my own. Like, I'm not in the shop anymore. So this is my next level, or eventually trying to be a shop owner. So in order to be a shop owner, you got to know how to run the shop. So I was in the shop saying how everybody ran their shop. Now I'm in the suite. Now I run this suite like I want to run my shop. So everything is levels. You can't get to the top without going through the levels. So right now this is technically level 2. This is level 2 of running your own business. So you're not working for anybody. You're still paying, but you're paying for the suite, not just the booth. So I'm gonna drop a video. I want to say this is gonna drop tomorrow. So I think the next 2 videos, third video I drop, is gonna be just a quick scan of my shop. My suite and how it's coming together. Right now, it's not as I vision it, but it's looking pretty nice. Like, I had the LED lights. I put the 1700 cuts behind it, you can see. So we just gonna that's the next video I'm gonna do. And then as a family, we gonna look at the shop and we gonna put the shop together as one. So I'm gonna make sure I record everything I put in there, my journey of building the suite up and just getting to where I'm supposed to be at. So took some time off, can't do it no more. So we're doing the back right now. The back is the same as the left and the right side. Just consistency, making sure everything is nice and flush. Fading everything, make sure everything the same left. And just repeating the steps. And making sure it all comes together throughout the back. So same thing I've been doing, going with the grain, because as he said previously, he don't want this the top where the dreads at, he don't want it bald. Well, not bald, he don't want it cut all the way down. Which makes sense, because once you have dreads and you have a barber that keep cutting that, eventually your dreads at the top gonna get smaller and smaller. So I see why he said that. So we keeping a little bit of density at the top. Still smooth it down, going with the grain, just to blend it in a little bit for this one look like just hair right there. And I like my fade to look blurry. So what I'm gonna do is, at the top, I'm doing a little detail work now, but at the top I'm gonna go with a 1.5, and I'm just gonna kind of flick at it and go with the grain. But as you can see, this fade is clean without no enhancements. The line is clean. That's why I tell you to put the line in first before you start the fade, so you can see how everything can look. See how the cut will look while you're doing the cut, instead of fading and then lining it up and you like, man, I could have left this side darker, I could have made that side lighter. So right now, just doing a little detail with my sideboards, the raking method. So this client do prefer enhancements, but when I first cut him, he didn't want enhancements. He wanted to see how I cut, which is understandable. We gonna get you crispy regardless. So now he's like, man, do what you want. Go ahead. So some people add the pencil when they done. I prefer adding it when I'm about to do the enhancements, and then so when I line it up, it fades itself out, and then it's not leaving a super ash line. Like, your clipper's gonna leave an ash line regardless if you have hitters, and if you prep the line, if you prep the head right. So as you can see, me and my boy, we chatting it up. You know me, I'm a comedian, you feel me? But now we got the Kiss expression. We're gonna add the Kiss expression up there. This is black, not jet black. I like to use black and darkest brown. So yeah. So you see how we faded it and lined it up natural. So we don't need that many sprays. We don't need to make it super black. We don't need to make it jet black. We just wanted, just add a little bit of sauce on it. Just a little bit of sauce on it. You feel me? See, look. That fat. Just two, 3 spray. Probably max all together, no sprays. Probably hit like 10 sprays. But what I like to do is add a second layer with the fiber, just to give it that hair look. Sometimes Kiss expression, you spread, it come out it get like a shiny, glossy look, and I don't like that. It don't look natural to me. So you go over it with the fibers, black fibers, and then you lock it in with the holding spray. See, look at that. That's crispy. I ain't even put the rays on it. That's after I just hit it the first time at the beginning of the video. So right now, we're going to hit it with that holding spray. And that holding spray, boy, you already know. It's spicy. But it's spicy. It's going to make everybody's eyebrows raise up. Watch. Watch my eyebrow raise up like, whoo. So I'm still hitting it with the fiber right now. Not too much of it. But that's enough to make me know. For my boy, I can go pick him up something when he goes somewhere. Make him feel good. So now we're hitting with that. Look at the eyebrows. Whoo. Whoo. Yeah, get him a little sizzle. Just a little sizzle. Then after you hit him with the spice, you go ahead and dry it off real quick. And I like to use, when I put my fibers on, I use my comb because I don't like the dark spots. So I comb it out, make sure all the fiber particles go into places that they need to be and not where I don't want them to be. And then you dry them off. Go ahead and blow them off. No diddy. We got to say that now. And then you go in with your liners, and then you just tap at it. Just make it real crispy for them. You feel me? You don't got to dig in the skin. If you got some good liners, you don't have to dig in the skin. And just be light with it, like barely touching it. Just barely touching it. Be one with your liners. You don't have to push down in his skin for it to cut. It's gonna cut. The clippers gonna do its job. Let the clippers do its job. Lightly tap it. Now you see, lightly taps, light taps, light taps. It's already coming together. It was coming together before I added enhancements. He couldn't have got out the chair. I could have hit him with the razor, hit him with some alcohol, and got him out right then. But you gotta take. You gotta love the craft. You gotta put in the work, and it's gonna get better. I'm not saying this is perfect. This is best on YouTube or nothing like that. This is not even a tutorial. This is me talking y'all through my haircut and how I felt about my haircut. And this is crispy, and it's gonna get better. It's gonna get a lot better. But this right here is fire. Fire. So now, what I'm about to hit him with the razor. I'm assuming I'm about to hit him with the razor. Yep. I'm already getting the razor out to go ahead and get my boy right ski. Look at that. Razor work. Razor work. See, I'm going, instead of going against it, sometimes I go down with the razor just to get that overhanging hair that be on top of the hairline or on the side or wherever I'm razoring. See, knocking that hair down so it can be flush, smooth, nice. Make sure I get his corners again. And YouTube, that's the cut. Like, that's crispy. That's crispy right there. That's a nice drop fade. Clean. And YouTube, it's your boy KUTZ. 1700 KUTZ gang. And we out.